Hey, what is up, guys? It's ExcuseMeImJack, and welcome to Jurassic Park, Washington. So, I like to do a little bit of like alternative history behind like my thought process of the video of my park builds. And so, my little alternative history for this one is so we know or we think the pteranodons from Isla Sorna back in Jurassic Park 3, when they escaped, we think, we assume, based off of the Dino Tracker website, that they went to Vancouver. So I thought, okay, what if Jurassic Park happened? Park the Lost World, Jurassic Park 3 happened, but Engine wasn't bought out by Maserati. So I'm like, okay, let's think about this. Instead of transporting the dinosaurs all the way back, why not just create a new park in the States? Well, because, just why not? Because it's closer. So you can see the aviary on the right, and you can see a little visitor center. It's a control center, but, visitor center, same thing. Um, I wanted to go for, like, the more, I guess you can call it, like, Jurassic Park, but um more of like a modern Jurassic Park look. Like this is like 2003 Jurassic Park. Like before Jurassic World, like the whole futuristic thing happened or whatever. Sorry, the modern architecture before the modern architecture happens. Um, but yeah, so this is Jurassic World. Sorry, this is Jurassic Park, Washington. Okay, so let's give you a tour. I'm gonna do a cinematic for this one. I just haven't recorded it yet. I am going to turn off the weather because I like playing with some issues. Um, and I just wanted the snowy effect for it. But anyways, I don't want any big storms because that's gonna ruin things. But yeah, this is our arrival point. You guys know this arrival point, Jurassic Park arrival point. I didn't want to use a different arrival point just because I wanted the Jurassic Park helicopter. But immediately as soon as you walk out, you visit the visitor center. You know, right away, just like immediately. Then we have this cute little pond here with our two amber decorations and a few chairs, just to have them around. And then we have like these stick things. I don't know what they're called. Bamboo sticks, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, those are there. And then we have our little helipad signs, just for decoration, just as like a hint or a throwback or whatever you want to call it. Okay. But if you like go around the building, you're gonna see our first restroom that you can, use the pooper if you want to. And then you cross over the park tour track. Okay. Then we have our little shopping district, a few shops. There's a lot of people here. A few shops, our shelter, and if you continue, you have either, well, for the guests, I would assume that they're going to go towards the Jurassic tour. But for our faculty, they'll just go over here to the aviary. That's like the aviary birthing place. But we're just gonna ignore that because it's just the aviary birthing place. But yeah, we have our Jurassic tour thing like in the last video. Something happened with that. I had to recreate it because I was using a lot of DLC. So that's not going to be out until next weekend. It's just a big build. It's a really massive build that I have to redo. Okay, but if you continue walking over here, past all the people that are apparently on the left side, you walk over to our little hotel area. So there's only 2 hotels because I actually didn't expect this many people to be in this park. But if you continue, you pass by another restroom just before you go on the park tour. Because the park tour, I actually timed this before I opened the park. The park tour is 30. Hold up, let me look at my notes. Yeah, it's 34 minutes. The park tour is actually 34 minutes. So I find that really amazing. It's an actual huge tour. Um,
Running on green electricity, the
before
park tour is the most
actually,
environmentally friendly way to see our
hold up.
dinosaurs.
Before actually, I want to actually ride the tour for you guys. You know, I want to actually ride the tour, and I want to
We kindly ask you to pay
just
careful attention to all safety directions.
show you guys the
as we
park
make
without
our
hovering
way
over it on the
through
map,
park.
so you guys could actually see the experience. So my whole thought process behind this park was, what if we had a Jurassic Park safari in the mainland, in the like this winter, not winter, this like, you know, snowy, like, you know, biome. So I wanted that to be like that. Um
As weather conditions intensify,
and
it
you know,
becomes
I just love this
increasingly
biome so
harder
much. This is
for
one of
our
my favorite
staff and automated systems to
biomes
track our
in the game.
animals.
I
You
don't
may
do a lot
well
of builds on it
encounter
because
some
there's like only a few
interruptions to our
maps,
usual
and the maps that
services
have them
while
are
we
kind of
attend to routine security measures. But
they're
we
not
hope to keep
huge,
any
and I
disruptions
feel like
to a minimum.
you guys like to see the island maps, to be honest. Um, but you know, every once in a while there needs to be variety in the maps. So this is me doing Jurassic Park in Washington, because I've noticed that I haven't been making a lot of Jurassic Park era maps. I've been making a whole bunch of Jurassic World, Biosyn, Department of Fish and Wildlife, Dinosaur Protection Group ones, but I haven't been doing a lot of Jurassic Park ones.
As the vehicle will often
So
traverse
this
across
tour
difficult
is a
terrain, it
majority
is
of
important
just
that you keep your seatbelts fastened.
nature. It's a nature tour. It's a safari, you know? You don't know what you're gonna see until you see it. Um, so our current catalog of species are, let me see if I remember them all. Brachiosaurus, Corythosaurus, Scylophysis, uh, Parasaurolophus, Gallimimus, Pachycephalosaurus, Nasutoceratops, Ankylosaurus, a few pteranodons from
Snowstorms present a considerable
Vancouver
hazard
that were
here
imported
at the
from
park
Vancouver,
for guests,
and
staff, and animals. Should
one
conditions worsen
T-Rex.
during your visit to the park,
But we have
please
a
pay
actually
attention to
ton of
the
dinosaurs.
instructions communicated
So
to you via
that's
our
a really
announcement
good
system.
thing actually. I was worried that this park wasn't gonna be big. I completed this in like 3 hours, and I actually added some decorations and stuff to it. Something that I never really do with my parks, because you have to manually. I don't know. I don't. If you notice something with my like speedboats, I don't do decorations during the speedboats, but I do decorations like not like on these types of videos where I don't record me speedboating them. I just feel
For
like
your safety, we
when it
ask
comes
that
to
you
the
keep your
speedboats, I try to
arms and
limit it
legs
because of a
inside the
time
vehicle
constriction.
and remain seated
But like, I don't
at
know.
all times.
But yeah, we are coming up on our first dinosaur. So you can see the hotels over there, and you have our Brachiosaurus. Look at him. Look at him. He's just peeking at us. She's just peeking at us. Look at us. Look. I can't speak. God. Okay. Then we have our Corythosaurus. Look at him. I don't even know if I'm saying that name right. I'm just taking a guess at it. Look at him. And then you can see the fence in the background. You know.
Brachiosaurus uses its broad jaws and conical
And then we have a few Scylophysis around, but they're kind of hard to spot because they're small. I know Scylophysis wasn't on Engine's roster, but I just decided to add them because, you know, I kind of wanted something with the whole trailer as well, like the initial trailer that we saw. Okay, we might get split up from our vehicle. Oh, no, we're not. We're gonna get closer. Cool. Let's not run into these guys. But yeah, there should be a Scylophysis somewhere up here. I know there's a lot of them up here. Oh. Oh. You decided to lay on the track. I thought they removed that.
A hollow crest on the back of the Corythosaurus skull functions as an incredible resonating chamber, amplifying their marvelous calls and allowing them to communicate across great
This
distances.
vehicle in front of us is getting absolutely destroyed. I don't know what we're doing. We're gonna get destroyed in a second. No, we're not. Oh, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing?
Stay calm, remain seated, and do not attempt to leave the car.
Okay, we should be good. Let's continue before this one gets in our way. Oh God.
There is no need
Okay,
to be alarmed.
then there's the other
Please
Brachiosaurus.
remain in the
They're kind of
vehicle
split
and
up.
keep
They used to be so close together. I think they're having a fight. But yeah, I don't see any Coelophysis around. Coelophy? I don't know the plural. It's like the Compsognathus, you know? Oh, there's one. By the feeder. Oh, there's one in front of us, too. Oh my God, I can't believe I didn't see the one that was in front of us. Hey, buddy. They're so cute. I actually like them so much. They're like one of the new species in the game. But they're really, like, small, and they're like the compies. They're like not a threat, you know? I thought they were gonna freaking tear into the
Gregarious
like
predator
Allura
from
Titan.
Jurassic North America,
What the fuck
the
did I just say?
slender seal
Allura
device
Titan
is a
and the
perfect
Parasaurolophus and
representation
like
of
and
the
all
early
those types is like
theropods.
hadrosaurs.
Bipedal stance,
I thought they were gonna be
an
like that,
S-curved
but they
neck,
weren't.
and
Which is
sharp,
amazing
serrated
because I can actually include them into the herbivore enclosures as well. Okay, but as we leave the first enclosure, you know, our first like, what was that? 9 minutes? Our first 9 minutes of the tour was just that. Was just one enclosure. Isn't that like amazing? It's just you're not constricted to like the whole fence like style of the park. Like you're inside an enclosure,
most versatile and
but it doesn't feel like you're
durable
inside the
vehicle
enclosure because
struggle
it's just a
with the testing
huge
conditions
enclosure.
of an
I like
unknown.
doing stuff like that.
Not only are our
And I like
parking
hiding the
vehicles
fences
hindered
away
in some
from.
situations, but the
I like hiding the
vehicle
fences
you are
from
using
the
today
visible
may
eye
be
when you're on the
affected
ground, and like when you're in the tour vehicles. So yeah, that's something I like to do. Obviously, we're going up this hill right here. Quite a big hill. So it takes a little bit longer. Initially what I was gonna do was this place up here. I was gonna make this the starting park. The only thing with that is I didn't want to have the starting area so big. And I did want to include the vehicles to go up and down this hill right here.
Using these
Okay,
will allow
so
you to
we are
continue watching
we are
amazing
approaching
animals
our
as
first
darkness falls.
and pretty much only enclosure that is fenced off from the vehicles. So this is the Tyrannosaurus Rex, the T-Rex enclosure. We're probably not going to see him because he sounds like he's kind of far away. But this enclosure is not that big, and we use some of these modded fences. So in the description below, there will be a save file download, but note that you do need to have the fence mod. It'll be in the requirements on the Nexus mod page, so just don't skip over that and click continue or whatever. Please actually look at the requirements because it tells you what you need. The only thing you don't need is any DLC. I made sure of that this time. I made this park with no DLC, but you do need these fences. So let's see if we can see the T-Rex. Oh yeah, there he is. He's all the way over there. Like you could barely see him. Let's see if you can see him right here. Nah. Yeah, he's right there. You can barely see him. You know, I'm really enjoying these tours. You know, I enjoy these tours more than the gyrospheres. Okay. Yeah, we're getting a Gallimimus. A Gallimimus and a Parasaurolophus are kind of. They appear to be roaming free, but I've been using invisible fences to just hide the fence because to make it look more of like a nature ride or whatever. Yeah. So if you look to our right, you will see some Gallimimus and some Parasaurolophus. There we are. Yeah, so this enclosure with them is kind of huge. I kind of have to flatten this to ground a bit. I don't know why it lifts up like that. But to the left of us, somewhere, or it's actually behind us, left behind us, right?
When the fossilized remains of Parasaurolophus were first discovered,
I think so.
it was believed
Or
to
it
be
might
a
be up
close
here. It might be up
relative
there.
of the
That's our
Hadrosaur
operations
species
center up
of
there. I'll show you guys after.
leading to it being
But our
named
vehicle's coming up that hill.
Beard-crested
Oh,
lizard.
leave and come up and down that hill. Go up and down that hill. God, okay. But yeah, look to our right. Parasaurolophus, Gallimimus, you know, just a little, not a valley, but like a little plains area. But then this is my favorite part of the park now. We're gonna enter our second herbivore enclosure, the Redwood Forest. Okay, with our giant sequoia trees. Okay, so this kind of, I took inspiration from like the California sequoias. I'm going to add a lot more sequoias because you can see the fences on the left side. So this enclosure consists of our Pachycephalosaurus, our Ankylosaurus, Ankylosaurus, and our Nuceroceratops. Okay, you can see some of the Nuceroceratops running right there. I don't see any of our Ankylosaurus or Pachycephalosaurus. Realistically, they should be near their food. And I think I placed the Ankylosaurus's food further down. But yeah. So these are our redwoods. I'm gonna add a lot more of them because I feel like the vegetation for the food, the paleontology, right? That's what that is. Took up a lot of the redwood space, and I want to add more trees. But yeah, this area is inspired by like that whole sequoia area in California, Northern California. But yeah, we see our Nuceroceratops on the left, you know, walking on herds. I don't see any Pachycephalosaurus or Ankylosaurus yet. But we should be approaching their area of the enclosure.
First fossilized remains of Nuceroceratops were discovered in Utah's Kaiparowitz Formation, which during the late Cretaceous would have been a wet and humid landscape full of swamps and floodplains.
Oh, there's our Pachycephalosaurus that just ran across. And then you can see an Ankylosaurus in the distance, all the way over there. Damn, that's huge compared to the Pachycephalosaurus. Damn. Yeah. Okay, we might get cut off by one right now. Look at them communicating.
Thick bony dome that crowns the skull of
Okay, yeah, we are definitely gonna get cut off by this guy.
not only protects the brain,
Hey, buddy.
but allows it to offensively inflict a powerful headbutt
Okay, cool.
without sustaining an
And then this
injury
is our
itself.
Ankylosaurus over here. Look at him. Nice. I should have 3 in this enclosure. I don't know where the rest of them are. They didn't die. I know I would have gotten a message if they died, or I got in a voice call or something. We love it when we get interrupted by our voice actors.
Pachycephalosaurus, a thick-headed lizard from Cretaceous North America, is a bipedal herbivore best known for the remarkable 25-centimeter deep dome that grows
So
on
yeah,
top
okay.
of its
Now we're
head.
exiting this enclosure, and then we have to go down this hill now. So this is the other side of the hill. So we just basically made a big like half circle. So pretty much, I want to use this time to talk about the Dominion DLC. Today is when the management video got released. The management guide, I guess you can, yeah, management 2.0 guide. Honestly, I am so excited for the building set
As the
because the
vehicle
whole
often traverses across difficult terrain,
viewing
it is
galleries,
important
they
that you
look
keep
so
your
cool.
seatbelts
The vehicles look so cool. I just can't wait for something like this. The only thing I could hope for, not hope for, But like the only thing that would make it 10 times better is if we got like a tour like variation, like the Department of Fish and Wildlife one that we're getting. Um, that would make it like 10 times better. I know you're not supposed to have a tour thing within it, but I feel like for Sandbox, I feel like that would be amazing because there's some things in the game like the whole tour for the Department of Fish and Wildlife. You don't have that in the campaign at all, or like you have stuff that's in the campaign and then you have stuff that's in Sandbox, and I feel like for Sandbox a tour that's biosyn themed would be so cool. But I understand that the whole biosyn concept is to give them a place to live without any like interference, or with a little interference. Okay, so we are actually now entering the Troodon enclosure. If you guys saw Prehistoric Planet, these guys could be quite the sneaky little buggers. They're so smart in that, and I'm like, oh my god, they are arsonists. it was so interesting. I found it, yeah, that whole series was amazing as well. But yeah, we saw a few run by earlier. I don't know if we'll see any more. But yeah, I added these guys because they were in Jurassic Park the game. So we do know that they existed, and we know that what's her name, Dr. Sorkin, incubated and hatched them, and she was supposed to get rid of them, but they didn't. But they were, taken care of. Okay. Now we are going to enter our aviary. Honestly, another one of my favorite enclosures, just because of, Pteranodons and these entrance. Look at this entrance I have, with our barriers, with our crates, with our crane. But yeah, welcome to our aviary. There's no viewing galleries in here. This whole entire tour, this whole entire park is based off of this tour. The only way to see our dinosaurs is off of this tour. So we have our Pteranodons just flying around, and yes, there are only Pteranodons in this enclosure, and they have our Jurassic Park 2001 skin. So yeah, some of them are just sitting on rocks. Some of them are, oh, I thought they were sitting on a tree. But yeah, we have perch points as well that they can sit on. But I think most of them enjoy sitting on rocks. I added the perch points since we didn't have the viewing galleries for them to sit on. But yeah, look at them. I do feel like they can just break this vehicle though, if they really wanted to. Okay, so we're exiting, and you see the visitor center sign, and we take this sharp turn around this box. I wanted something like that because it kind of reminded me of what I used to make on Planet Coaster, another one of Frontier's games. I'm really into like theme park management and like roller coaster tycoon games. So I just wanted to have like that kind of aspect to it, where it was just like, oh, you're taking a sharp turn around box. I don't know. That's just my logic behind it. I know it sounds kind of weird. Yeah. But yeah. But anyways, that's the end of our tour. I'm gonna get out now. But yeah, we actually have to exit. Oh. Okay, I'm sorry about that. But yeah. So this is our park. Let's actually go through it. So our first area of the tour was this long area. Okay, where we saw nothing pretty much. And that's pretty much how it's shaped. There's no water, there's no food. The food is down here. The only way you can see a dinosaur is if a Brachiosaurus goes out of their way to eat the food that's up here. but I don't know if the AI prioritizes the food that's closer by. Okay, but yeah, tour vehicles go through here, this, you know, forest, and they go and see our. This is where you finally see our dinosaurs. So I actually made the park this way, so you can see the dinosaurs pretty much first when you go down this hill right here. Okay, then you go back up. Look at that view. Imagine just seeing a Brachiosaurus eat on top of you. That's amazing. Okay, and then, you know, first enclosure, kind of a huge enclosure, like, you know, half the entire tour almost. But yeah, then you go up the track, up the mountain, and then you have our Tyrannosaurus Rex that mostly stays in this area of its enclosure, the center area where the sand is. That's because the prey feeder's here and the water's here, so he has everything he needs. The only way that he would go out over here is if the goats go on the outside of the enclosure over here, which I think they like to do when they're running away from carnivores. Okay, you keep going, and then you see this little valley with our Parastylophus and our Gallimimus. It goes all the way back here because even though that there's a gate here, you would think that the vehicles, our operation vehicles, would be able to go down here, go across, and go into here and go into here. But that's not actually the case. We have an invisible fence that goes all the way along here. And look how big this enclosure is. It's literally like this entire side is split up into 3 parts. Okay. Then you enter this area next, where you have our redwoods, our sequoia trees. Okay. So it's just, I love this area, actually. I really love this area. I do want to add a few trees though, so I'm going to do that right now. So we have our large trees. I want to add a ton of them. So, because this is this type of environment that I kind of want to build here. Just the amount of trees that you can see that are in this area that are just around you at all times. As you're going through the forest, you just see these towering trees. That's my whole concept with this. And I think you can see that in Battle of Big Rock? Big Rock? Battle of Big Rock? Big Rock? Oh my god, I said it twice and I still messed it up. But yeah, that's what I thought about when I was making this. Just the entire, like the huge sequoia trees. The redwoods. And I think in the campaign they also say that these redwoods were the home of, like, this is what they were used to because these trees are like, can be like millions of years old. Yeah, look, a lot of trees. That's what I wanted in this park, in this area of the park. Okay, the only thing that I can think of is making this half invisible, so you don't see the fence from, yeah, from the tour. But yeah, if we go up here, we have our operations area. Nothing much, you know, arrival point where a lot of our guests are just because it's an arrival point. And we have an expedition center, a science center, a hatchery, a med bay, and a response facility. You know, that's just practically it. That's actually it. So this is our entire park. I kind of wanted just a safari. That's the whole purpose of this. And honestly, it worked out well. Oh, our aviary. Yeah, I totally forgot. I totally forgot this half of the entire park. Yeah, so our Troodons. I still don't know how to pronounce that, even though I've known that they've existed for years. But yeah, they're over here. We didn't see them on the toy that much, so let's just get a closer look at them. Look how nice they look. I like this actual skin. Ooh. Okay, I actually like the skin variation. Looks nice. Okay. But yeah. Oh, Mr. Goat, where are you going? Mr. Goat? Mr. Goat, are you gonna stop the toy vehicles? Look at the goat. Oh shit! Oh, you deserve that. I'm pretty sure you deserve that. But yeah, I like this. I like this. How this enters right here. This is amazing. Look at that. But yeah. Oh, and then it goes into the area. I keep on forgetting things. Sorry, guys. But yeah, when we enter the aviary, that's the cinematic view apparently. You know, we have a few pteranodons. I think there's 6 of them. I might be incorrect about that. But yeah, we have a little river here. I didn't want to do a huge water area because of the I wanted mostly forest again. Again, nature. Most of my tour is nature. But yeah, look at this. It's small, but it actually feels somewhat big when you're on the tour. But it's like really small. But yeah. Then you go back out. You go back out. You go back out. And then you have this other little area that they exit out of. Yeah. Visitor center. And look at that. Look at that. Okay. Just had to take a screenshot. I don't know what I want to do for a thumbnail. But yeah, this is our entire park. It's actually quite amazing. I actually love this park. Yeah, this park is actually really nice. Look at that. Look at that gate. Hold on, let me just try to get a thumbnail real quick. But yeah. Anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe. Next week I'll have the Jurassic World, or my biggest park, uploaded. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.